stream. We're gonna stream. Hello everybody and welcome to the Menards Cup Series. Well, not the Cup Series, but MCS 4D3, the Mobile 1 Truck Series. And we've got the first international race in Truck Series history, I think.
We might have raced at CTMP before.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. We are here in Canada for the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park.
Well, it counts when you clarify as the truck series. If we're talking about D3 or trucks.
D3.
I think D3 has. I don't think trucks have.
Okay, well, doesn't matter. We'll get to D2 in a minute anyways. This is the bye week for the Cup Series, so no Cup Series race this week. They will be returning for the first race of their playoffs, the first of 10, next week at Homestead. So, we'll probably have a lot of media around that. Doesn't matter. 16 laps here for the Truck Series, 26 in the Dex Imaging Series. And let's go from the back. So, in dead last, Edward Washington. And we have Rich.
By the way,
yeah.
I was wrong. Trucks technically have been, but D3 hasn't.
Okay. So, yeah, Terrence Garza, Edwards Carl, who almost won in the Cup Series at Portland. Didn't quite win because he exploded. But, you know, see if he can do something. Ricky Rogers and Noah Reed in the Canadian Tire car, ironically. Then we have Dick Cummings, Alfredo Sanders, Dakota Kiger, Harry Larson, Benny Rice, Reed Jacobson, Levi Soto, Justin Ross. Levi Soto, your points leader, only by 37 points, so not in the most comfortable position, especially starting behind her championship contenders. Justin Ross, as I said, Todd Petty, and then Blake Newman, 4th in points, only 86 back, so still in contention without a win with, what, 6 races left in the season?
Yeah. Something like that.
And then we have Daryl Norris, Kirk McDonald, Andy Mendez, Earl Bell, Eddie Goodwin, Lefty Tolliver, Damon Middleton, Owen Parsons, your Daytona winner. Shocked the world there. Had a really, really good end to that race. Looking to keep that momentum with, honestly, a pretty good qualifying effort up inside the top 10. Jamar McDowell, Jackson Young. Jackson Young is still yet to lead a lap this season. Casey Hampton. And then Carl Hill. Carl Hill, minus 62. He's the third of kind of that 4-car breakaway at the front of the pack. It's Levi Soto, Will, Carl Hill, and Blake Newman. Denver Hurtado, and then Will, second in points, minus 37. And then on the front row, Juan Marino Jr. and Byron Parker. So, Halvoline and Valvoline front row.
Oh.
Who is your pick to win here in Canada?
It's the boring pick, but I'm going to go with Juan Marino Jr.
I feel like it's going to be Will. I think he's got more experience, and I think this front row, not saying that they're necessarily bad, but I just feel like they're up here because they had one good lap. I don't know how consistent they'll be, but we'll find out. Keep in mind, Juan Marino Jr., 16th in points, Byron Parker somewhere outside the top 20. So, both relatively deep in points. Owen Parsons, the second lowest in points to have a win. The only guy with a win lower than him, Denver Hurtado. The 2 plate winners, well, 2 of 3. The other plate winner's actually doing good, 5th in points. That's Andy Mendez, who's honestly been really solid this season, and he's qualified pretty well again. And I think part of that's just been he's not made mistakes. Has been solid.
Yeah, I don't recall a race where he's like caused a wreck or done anything like that.
I think he wrecked at Talladega. I think. And I think that's the only time. I think he's been very good. His equipment, I mean, he prepares it himself, so I'm sure he takes extra good care of it. And he's just so reliable. He's always one of those guys that's up there competing for a top 10. I mean, does he always get them? Not really, but he's always up there. I believe all 19 of his laps that he led this season came at Daytona in the season opener. And, yeah. All positives from that group. So, Ford, Toyota, Chevy. Your first two rows. No one has a pusher that's of their same manufacturer. Who's your pick?
So no one goes through the wall.
I feel like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, first road course for the Truck Series, I believe they actually go to back-to-back road courses. I believe their next race is in a couple weeks at Watkins Glen. So, no road courses to back-to-back road courses, so this is going to
Wait, this is our first road. I don't know why I thought we raced at road courses previously.
No. So, coming to the green for 16 laps of Mobile One Truck Series racing in Canada, coming to the green.
This is like an old D1 race length, by the way. Anyways.
Flag. Marino Jr. gonna clear through turn 1. Byron Parker files into second. Battle for third. Will clear there. Carl Hill making the move up the inside of Casey Hampton. Wants that 5th spot all to himself. Fighting for the championship. One car went a little bit wide. Got a little bit of dirt. Hampton staying tough on that outside. So hard to do here.
Hampton's been pretty good recently this season, like in the past few races.
Yeah, he's climbed up to 6th in points. I would say a little too far back for a championship run, but he will get a spot, maybe 2, as we head to probably the trouble corner of this track. The S's, so deadly, you're going so fast. And there's so little error in the tight turns at such a high speed. So Marino Jr. jumps out to a huge lead. And will get second. Single file back to Daryl Norris and Owen Parsons fighting for the 13th position. Parsons gonna lose that spot. He's dropped a couple since the beginning. Mendez, who we talked about at the beginning of the race, he has climbed up a couple of spots on the restart. I guess start.
You know, I was thinking about it. Maybe it's a good thing that the inside wall on the front stretch just like doesn't exist, because if someone spins into that and bounce, yeah, and like the track's so thin, everyone would die. Anyways, on Marino Jr. looking to do something his dad never could.
Win a race. Although he had a really bad double 90 there. And that allowed Will to close the gap significantly.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the biggest passing zones, I think, in this entire track.
It's so
And
slow.
one of the biggest, yeah, one of the best places to gain or lose time.
So Middleton in a little bit of a free fall. Racing in fix. Trying to get some road course practice in. Will lose another spot. Lost one to Goodwin earlier in the lap. Goodwin flying. He's picked up a couple of spots. Working on Potato. And look at that. Will faster by half a second. Now keep in mind, only lap 2. So I'm sure it's going to change, but when a car is that much faster, you know they're going to be trouble.
Yeah, because mind you, on Marino's first lap, like, full speed, he did make that big mistake.
Yep. And Marino Jr. is second place on the quickest laps, only behind the 68. They both kind of make the mistake. Will made it a little bit worse. Look at this, Eddie Goodwin. Looking for another spot here. Gonna get
He's
Casey Hampton
flying.
potentially. I mean, he has been moving up, and I expect nothing less from a graffiti driver. They have probably the best road course teacher in the series.
Yeah.
Corey McKinney, their team owner. We know how involved he is in this organization. He co-owns it.
Honestly, I feel like just in general, that whole graffiti team has a bright future. I know, like, first few years in the Cup Series, they've only won 2 races. But the amount of races they've won in the lower series over the years is insane, and I think it's just a matter of time until one of their Cup drivers breaks out.
Yeah, and I think we might see that next year with the 26.
The 26, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think they made the mistake early of expanding a second car when they didn't really have anyone to put in that car. But now with the kind of farm system they have, oh, why am I saying farm system? It's baseball. Like feeder system they have. Oh, pit stops maybe, unless something happens.
Don't think it's pit stops. Oh, turned around. Middleton and Young. No caution. But our first wreck of the day happens just inside the top 10. I think Middleton does actually wreck here. Related, but unrelated at the same time, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But anyways, that's what I was saying. I think now that they have a real kind of feeder system in the lower series with that 26 car splitting between 4 people, all their lower series drivers, whoever gets that ride next year, I think is going to have a chance to win Rookie of the Year. And I wouldn't even say it's crazy to win a race.
Yeah, and especially with, I mean, the 26 has had its good runs, but McKinney has been very solid, even at the ovals this season. And it's going to show in his points. Makes the playoffs.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like if we were saying this maybe a season or two ago, we would have said, oh, he's an underdog. He's going to be a first-round exit. Maybe might get saved by the road course. But I don't think we can say that anymore. I think he has a legitimate chance to maybe make that round of 8. Maybe not purely off pace, but he's such a solid all-around driver, and I think he's truly the future of graffiti as the owner.
Yeah, he's been picking up on these road courses, or not road courses, the ovals crazily fast this year. And I mean, it kind of feels like, I don't know if the talent on the road course has gone better, which I assume that's what it is. Seems like he's kind of gone better at the ovals and regressed on the road courses.
Yeah. And I feel like part of that is you do create some, maybe not bad habits, but not so great habits at the ovals that maybe are transferring over to the road courses. And he doesn't race road courses as often anymore.
Yeah, and honestly, when you're racing in any sort of stock car racing, I think it's more important to be better at the ovals.
Oh, for sure. You can have your talent. I'm going to use Earnhardt as an example, where you're just so good at road courses, you have a shot to win all those. But when you're like 20th in points, you just, how much does it really matter? As Goodwin gets another spot now inside the top 3.
And mentioning Earnhardt here, I know we're in the truck race, but honestly, Earnhardt, just with the tracks coming up, I wouldn't be surprised if he somehow sneaks his way into the round of 8. Because, of course, there's Watkins Glen, where he's always going to have a chance to win there. And then the round of 12, there's Gateway, and then Dega. He's more likely to win Gateway, but there's a chance that he could sneak into the round of 8.
Yeah.
Back to this race, Marino Jr. continues to lead.
I think Jackson Young is out, yes. So devastating through 7th in points, Jackson Young. See if he can recover in the coming weeks before the end of this season.
He's actually not in conversations, but because he is related to Todd Young and Michael Young, there have been rumors circulating around with his future, and of course Todd Young and not Michael Young because he's already part-time, but that 24 cars future. Still don't know what's going on there, but there is talks.
Oh, north contact. Hampton gonna lose 2 there. Yeah, poor Jackson Young. He's gonna be out. Because of an early wreck.
Sucks for him.
See if he can do a bit better at Watkins Glen in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, as Marino Jr. after he kind of made that mistake on lap 2 is pulled away again.
And he has a pretty comfortable gap right now. I mean, 68 and no. Oh God, what is this?
This is gonna end horribly.
It might, and I'm a little worried about that. Ooh, nearly contact. Gonna hold it together. Coming onto the front stretch. No, I will say everyone's caught Will. And they are quicker than Juan Marino Jr. So, Marino Jr. lucky enough to have a blocker, but Eddie Goodwin not laying off. Although he isn't the quickest, 6th quickest lap time, he has just been picking through cars with damn near no resistance. Tolliver facing another race in the truck series. He's not competing for anything. Benny Rice, 16th of the pace right now. Blake Newman currently losing. Uh-oh. Look at this. Goodwin. Potentially going to clear. That's for second. Now he's got to trust Byron Parker to push instead of make a move. Ooh, Will stay there, but couldn't.
Goodwin might be the fastest, if not, or one of the fastest, if the fastest car on track right now.
Oh, I think for sure.
I think he's definitely the most consistent.
Oh my God, they are just in a dogfight constantly. This group cannot separate each other. I mean, when you close a half a second while passing a race car, that is one hell of a statement from Eddie Goodwin, who's been so quiet all season. Could this be the breakout? Levi Soto's been picking up spots as well. I mean, not on par with the other 2 right behind him in points, but not having too bad of a day. Ooh, Goodwin got tight. Has Parker on the rear bumper now. Has to be real careful about that. Yep, Parker gonna make the move. I mean, we're past the halfway mark of this race. And it's looking less and less like there's gonna be a caution. We did see the one small wreck. No caution came out for it. Never mind, caution waves. Jesus.
Wow, you jinx it. Oh, don't tell me it was Damon again. I saw Damon.
No, no, no. I think that's just because he's far behind. So Byron Parker will be second. Oh, wasn't Mendez? Look at this. We were talking so much about how good he is at not making mistakes. Here he is inside the top 10, and by the end of the lap, he's in 30th. So, uh-oh. Don't do it, Tolliver. God, right after we talk about Tolliver and Mendez, of course they have to kill each other. If I had to guess, it was just Mendez.
Let's see that.
So he gets tight. Oh, looks like he might get cleaned out. Yeah, that one not really on him. Surprised that one threw the caution and not the other.
Yeah, and he's probably completely fine.
Yeah, besides his track position and his ego.
You think we'll see them pit?
Probably not. So, that being the first caution of the race, first caution of the weekend. This sets us up for a late race restart. Marino Jr. has led them all to this point. Can he lead the last few? We're probably going green with about 5 to go. So we'll see if that outside can get the jump. We've seen how aggressive lines can get. Obviously the bottom line, the preferred line. But that outside just so efficient on restarts. So we will find out. Oh, looks like maybe an issue. Ricky Rogers, tire down on the 19 group.
If you know, there's this guy on my football team and tracks, and he's a senior, and his first name is Juan Carlos.
Juan Carlos Martinez.
His full name is Juan Carlos Barrera.
Is he by chance? Is he by chance Hispanic?
Oh, maybe.
Looking for a yes or no.
Yeah. Why does bro have 2 first names in his first name? What's going on with that?
Tratavius. So, doesn't look like we have many pitters, but here we go. Couple of guys saying maybe they can pull something off. Only a few, though. Not even Mendez comes in. So, interesting call from the 95. Who's third in points and has a chance at the championship by the end of the season. Going to potentially surrender some points here. Oh. Oh, what the fuck? Wow. Where did their hoods go? What did you guys do under caution? What did you fucking brainiacs do? Enlighten me.
Maybe it's the new meta. Oh, that's what they did.
So, Charlie Kirky over here. Like, what are we doing? Okay, so the pace truck comes out. The pace truck comes out. Yeah.
Wow, we are genius.
Oh my god.
It just kept going. It just kept going.
Oh my god.
I think Kinamomi, you should check email.
I believe the lights are out on the pace car, so we are about to go back green. And I'm checking email.
5 lap shootout.
Damn. Worst shot ever is diabolical. By the way, rotate 1, so next season we're going to Homestead. low-key a leak, but it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
I don't care if anyone knows what track we're going to for the championship next year. Like, I'm making the schedule probably in the next few days.
Yo, us completing season 7 this fast gotta be some sort of record read.
Do you not remember how quickly we did season 1? I'm pretty sure it genuinely took us like a week.
Okay, but that was 12 races.
True. So coming to the green, Marino Jr., Parker, Goodwin, Will. Your front 2 rows. Green flag, up to the gears they go. And there you go, that's that outside. Because of where they go green. There's just a chance. Not quite going to be able to clear.
Can Goodwin get into second?
Parker there. Gonna get to the inside. Gonna get loose though. Had to get out of the gas. Comes the 14. To the inside, Eddie Goodwin wants second. In the graffiti Toyota. 2 rookies fighting for second. With a chance to win. This is going to be the overtake. I don't see how Goodwin doesn't get this done. Now, can he make a pounce on Marino Jr.? Gonna get there!
He does get to his side.
Goodwin! To the lead
2
by
for
maybe a
1.
nose. Eddie Goodwin. Can he clear by the end of the long straight? Still side by side. Marino Jr. was able to pull him back.
Side by side for third. Almost contact between the 2 leaders.
Oh,
Goodwin stays with them.
Can Goodwin make a sin in the final turn? Gonna stay there. Good run. Goodwin side by side.
4 laps to go.
Better.
Lunges it on the inside.
1. Slightly better through turn 1. The exit might go to Marino Jr. Marino Jr. could have a good chance to clear, but Goodwin got a pinch. Gets tight. Juan Marino Jr. back clear. No one has cleared the 71 all race. There comes Goodwin again.
The 11 cars kind of reeled the 2 in.
Oh, got out of the gas. Got really tight. Gave them some breathing room. How aggressive does Goodwin get? Got really tight. Lost a ton of ground through that section there.
Big opportunity here.
There you go. Marino Jr. got tight. Here comes Parker. Parker to the inside. Will with a problem. Gonna lose a ton of spots. Look at Benny Rice. P7 for number 7. 3-way battle for the lead. Parker's there. Goodwin there as well. Marino Jr. just needs to defend.
But who does he decide to defend? Which one of them? Can he defend both if he runs the middle?
He will. They're kind of defending for him. They're fighting so hard back here. That's letting him get a little bit of room. Byron Parker almost cleared, and he will out of the final turn. So now Byron Parker back to chase in second.
Marino Jr. leads with 2 rookies. All 3 of them looking to get their first career wins.
3 new winners lead the field in the Mobile One Truck Series with 3 laps to go.
I honestly don't think that 71's the fastest right now. I think it's either the 11 or 14.
Look at this. Levi Soto's gotten up inside the top 10. Blake Newman working on the 10th spot. I mean, look at how different the front looks after just 1 restart. Hampton looks really slow, Jesus. And here we are. Parker to the bumper. Can't quite make anything happen, but got some breathing room. Goodwin didn't get a good exit. And we know how strong that draft is down this long straightaway. You can see the closing rate to the bottom. Coming towards the S's.
Havoline versus Valvoline.
Just how it was on the front row on the first lap of this race. To to the bottom. Parker is there. Wiggle them. And that's
almost contact.
And that's about as clean as
2
you
to
can
go.
do it. Oh. The 71 cleared, but the 11 stays to the bottom. It's going to take a send in turn 1 to stay side by side. Gets a way better entry. Loose
Does
from
he
the
clear?
71. Parker clears. He's got it. First
We were wondering when
time he's
Valvoline entered the sport when he would get a showdown between them and Valvoline, and this might be it.
Now the first time the 71's really going to have to work to make a pass here. All over the rear bumper. Just has to be patient. He knows he's quick enough to do it. There it is. There's a little bit of a run.
There's a run. Where does he go? Or does he just choose to stay behind him?
I don't think
He won't for now. Not really the optimal zone where you want to pass. Anyways, right here.
And Hurtado way quicker than all 3 of them. So that kind of adds another layer to this. Does this open the gap for a 4th truck to have a chance? It's like all Toyota up here. We'll get Parsons for 5th. Rice slowly bleeding spots. Kiger's picked up a ton. Now up inside the top 10. Marino Jr. with a big run. Close all the way back to the rear bumper. And you saw how good that move was from Parker. Caution! Or no? No, still green, sorry. Saw the wrong red. White flag, 1 lap to go from Canadian Tire. 3 trucks within range.
All looking for their first career wins.
Looks like a new winner is destiny in Canada.
It's all about who wants it most at this point. Who's going to try to make those moves? Parker kind of pulls away a little bit.
Yep, and here's the best thing for Parker. Pressure from Goodwin. Goodwin is there.
Byron Parker, the 17-year-old, by the way.
Barely able to even race this series. Could potentially win in Canada. He's just got to hold on. He got a little bit tight there. Got a little bit tight. Don't let Marino Jr. get there. Hurtado goes through to 3rd. Side by side with Goodwin. Last chance. Last time through the S's. For the 71. Can he make one last chance? Can he make it happen? Through the S's.
He has a run. Where does he go?
Parker. Through the S's. Has company on the rear bumper. Won't push him. Byron Parker. First career win in the Mobile One Truck Series will come in Canada. In a barn burner. Penny Rice will hold on to a 9th. Unbelievable. And a recovery from Soto to 8th. Newman got up to 7th. Will recovered back to 5th. And that move, well, I guess the damage, but the move from Carl Hill really gonna hurt him. But we will see you for the Dex Imaging race very shortly. What a race.
Make sure you save it.
Okay, guess it's race 16.
And yeah, the 17-year-old, I believe he's I don't know how young James Conway is, but he might be the youngest winner in D3 in this season.
Yeah, we will see you for the Dex Imaging race. Going to be one hell of a race if it looks anything like we just saw for the last 16 laps.